Hey guys, and welcome. Today we're going to be checking the Italian Grand Prix of the Ferrari anniversary. Well, I'm really excited for this race that's now going to be to take place here today. As you guys can see, there is the log. We got Hamilton in first, we got Bottas in second, we got Verstappen in third, we got Alex Albon in fourth, we got Charles Leclerc in fifth, Lance Stroll in sixth, Sergio Perez in seventh, Daniel Ricciardo in eighth, Carlos Sainz in ninth, Esteban Ocon in 10th, Landon Norris in 11th, Kvyat in 12th, Kimi Räikkönen in 13th, Sebastian Vettel, the Ferrari driver there, in 14th, Grosjean 15th, Pierre Gasly in P16, champion of last week. Then we got Antonio Giovinazzi in 17th, George Russell in 18th, and Latifi in 19th, and Magnussen, the Haas driver, in 20th place there. We are 3 minutes before the race starts. 3 minutes. 3 minutes now before race starts. I'm actually pretty psyched for this race, to be honest. Like, I actually want to see what happens in this race here. Qualifying between Hamilton and Bottas were close. So, I'm not sure if live chat is on. So we only got one DRS zone here, and which is around right here in this long. So we got DRS zone in this long one right here. Okay, so just want to make sure that there's a bit of an issue with the comment section again here. So I'll just quickly fix this for you guys. Race is not started yet. The race is not started yet. Okay, so I fixed it now. Live chat has been fixed, so I'm actually pretty psyched for this race, to be honest. I'm honestly really psyched for it. I want to really see what happens here today. I'm actually pretty honestly psyched for it. Fortunate for Lewis Hamilton last week getting that 10-second drive penalty he got there for not when the pit lane was closed. Unfortunate there for him. I honestly don't feel like he deserved it, but you know what? Stewards gave it to him, and that's pretty much it. So unfortunate for him, coming in 7th from all the way from 16th, all the way from last place to 7th in the last couple of laps. But yeah, honestly, this is an exciting race here that we're going to watch today, and honestly, I'm pretty psyched about it, actually, to be honest. I honestly hope that, you know, oh, honestly, what a race this is gonna be for Lewis Hamilton. But yeah, there we go, we got the league there right now. I wonder if Ferrari's gonna try to get both of the cars in the top 10 or even in the top 5 in this race, because they can't retire if it's the anniversary today of this race. Honestly, they can't, and they are in Italy on home ground, so they can't mess up here. They can't afford to mess up and to disappoint their fans and their country out there. So race will be starting soon. The race will be starting soon now. We're on lap 1. The race will be starting soon. And we're underway, as you guys can see there. Still wait for the race to take place now. Guys, can you please like and sub to this channel? Would really be appreciate if you guys could do that. Nicole, I don't know what. Thank you so much, Nicole, there for the support. They really do appreciate it. Do really appreciate you for doing that. So the race will be starting soon. Hopefully Ferrari can get both of their cars in the top 10. Like Leclerc is already there. They just need to get Vettel up at least into top 10 at least. So yeah, I was checking next season. As you guys can see, Daniel Ricciardo now signed his contract with McLaren, so he will be moving to McLaren next season, and Leclerc will still be racing for Ferrari, and Vettel is moving to Aston Martin Racing Point. That was a bit of a surprise for me, but there was rumors about that in the beginning. So, well, and race has started, and as you guys can see there, Hamilton's still in front. Oh, Hamilton takes P2 now. Like Charles Leclerc just behind Hamilton now. Bottas now has the lead. What is going on here? Is Hamilton going to give Bottas this race once again, or what? We got yellow flag. We got yellow flag there. It's caution. Coming into the first chicane there. Oh, safety cars out in the first. On the first lap, safety car has now come out. Is this a virtual safety car or a normal safety car? If it is virtual, then it's alright for Hamilton at least to catch up a bit to Bottas. But if it is safety car, so it looks like Verstappen is there for back. Can't see who's there with him. Looks like Gasly. So I just want to make sure, clarify something that my time is a bit behind with the race. No, not the live screening though, but where I am watching the race. So now I will see the crash and see what's gonna happen here. Bottas now is the fastest in sector 1 there. Ooh. So for me, it looks like, oh, Gasly and Verstappen are out of this race on the first lap. So safety car, yeah, safety car is now coming out. Safety car is coming out onto the track here. On the first lap, safety car came out. This is the first time this happens this season. Honestly, this is the first time it happens this season. So safety car now came out. I feel like this could give Hamilton at least a boost. But I don't know. I think Hamilton is trying to make Bottas lead the race in the beginning, so Bottas can win this race, because that gap there between Bottas and Hamilton is quite huge. It's a 1 second gap there between them. Sorry, a 4.6 second gap between them now. I feel like Pierre Gasly and Verstappen are upset about this. He is honestly upset. Last week, Italian Grand Prix champion out of this race on the first lap. So what happened was they both got stuck in the gravel of the road, and this is the first lap of the race. So it looks like Vettel went to go pit, him and Kimi Räikkönen, and now both coming out of the pits now. Well, we got Carlos Sainz setting the fastest in Sector 1 there, and Grosjean setting the fastest in Sector 2. So unfortunate for Max Verstappen, the second time now this happening. Unfortunate there for Max Verstappen and Pierre Gasly. Second time he had to recover. Second time now that he had to retire in the season, or third time now that he had to retire from the race in the season. Fortunate for Max Verstappen and also for Pierre Gasly. So Vettel had to get a replacement wing. Okay, so this is where, looks like to me, this is where they're going to continue the race after this lap. Safety car is still out. Oh, next lap, safety car will be out of the race. Next lap. Oof. So, yo, this replay is honestly... So it looks like Grosjean now has the fastest lap, 1 minute and 57 seconds. Also has the fastest in Sector 1. Max Verstappen throwing his steering wheel out of the car. Upset. I do feel bad for him. I don't feel like he deserved this. The second race now in a row that he had to retire. Oof. The red on the Mercedes just looks nice, celebrating the anniversary of the Ferrari. Oh, she looks quite good. So this is the last lap now with the safety car in the race. I wonder what happened with Hamilton there, because it seems like he had a late start in the beginning and that pushed him from first to second. But I'm sure Hamilton wants to come back because of last week when he got that time penalty. I feel like he's upset about that. So it looks like they're giving the safety car enough space. Or will the safety car be there for another lap now? So it looks like there was something wrong with Max's car there. Okay, so they've got one more lap with the safety car. We have 56 laps now remaining. We are now on lap 4. So Kimi Räikkönen hit Verstappen there in that race. Fortunately, therefore, Max Verstappen now. So Esteban Ocon's car has a brake issue, looks like it. But he's not boxing, that's the other thing also. We now lap 4 with the safety car still out. George Russell now complaining that he could smell something different off the Renault car of Esteban Ocon, like burnt smell. So obviously Esteban Ocon's brakes are a bit overheating. This could cause a fire in his car, but doesn't look like he wants to pit at all. It looks like he does not want to lose his position at the moment. Pierre Gasly, unfortunate for him for AlphaTauri. Don't feel like he deserved it, but oof. Fortunate there for him. So we are on lap 5 now, and the safety car is still out. Safety car is still out. Race control now saying they're trying to find an investigation of the issue. Kimi Räikkönen's involved, Grosjean, Gasly, Verstappen. They all on investigation about that first incident in turn 3, in turn 2, turn 1 and 2. We are now on lap 6 and safety car is now still out. We have 54 laps now to go. 54 laps now to go. Look, safety car is still out now. I wonder if Hamilton's going to give Bottas this win for the season and just carry on. But last time that happened, Hamilton got a penalty, a 5-second penalty, and landed up in 4th place and not getting a podium. Oof, the Mercedes looks nice. the black color on the Mercedes, just like it actually a nice paint job they did on it, I must say. If I'm going from silver to black. I wonder if the safety car is still out or what? Oh, it ended this lap, but safety car still looks like it's out. Safety car is still on this lap. Safety car is still on. So it looks like safety car left the track. So safety car is out of the track. I'm not sure, so why is that there? Oh, and another crash happened. Another crash happened there. We are from 20 races down to 15. What is going on in this race? So it looks like at the start of the race there's a safety car. Oh, so another safety car once again. Everyone is now pitting. So from 20 races we're down to 15. So who's out? Carlos Sainz is out for McLaren there. Then we got Magnussen for Haas and Latifi for Williams. And Antonio Giovinazzi also out there for the Alfa Romeo. What is going on in this race? The race has been red flagged. The race has been red flagged. It has been suspended for 10 minutes. Hopefully. This is surprising, honestly, what's happening in this race. So this race has been red flagged now. Suspended for about 10 minutes. So we're now on lap 8, and for me it looks like that. How many crashes are there gonna still be? To be honest, so the race has now been red flagged. We'll just be waiting to see when will the race be continuing. Unfortunate there for the four drivers there, Latifi, Magnussen, Antonio Giovinazzi and Carlos Sainz there. Unfortunately for them, they had to be in that crash there. Look, to be honest, what actually happened here was Bottas was trying to protect his lead, so before they crossed the line, he was trying to protect his position and wasn't driving that fast. So the guys at the back of the pack thought that they could start accelerating, and that actually caused the whole crash from happening. Let's be honest, you can't blame Bottas for doing that. He's entitled to do that as leading the pack there, so he can do that. I just want to try to see who bumped who first and who caused this, because it looks like Latifi was slowing down and Antonio Giovinazzi went straight into him, and that clipped Carlos Sainz and Magnussen. Or the Haas drivers, between Latifi and Magnussen, one of them slowed down and Antonio Giovinazzi drove right into him. So we will now see if the race will continue or not. So in this race, we only have one Alfa Romeo, one McLaren, one Renault, one Racing Point, which is AlphaTauri now, and one Williams car still in this race. All the other teams still have both of their cars in. Oof. So it looks like Antonio hit the Haas driver Magnussen in the back, and that's when Carlos Sainz drove directly into Antonio Giovinazzi, same as Latifi. Just trying to see actually whose fault was it. Oof. So it was between Latifi and Magnussen that was slowing down, and here comes Antonio Giovinazzi between them and hits right in the middle on the Haas driver here. Latifi comes on the side. Oof. So to be honest, it wasn't really Kevin Magnussen's fault, it was more Latifi's. See from Carlos Sainz's view. Oh, okay, so Carlos Sainz drove directly into the Alfa Romeo, which is Antonio Giovinazzi, after he crashed into Latifi and Magnussen. So there's not really anyone to blame there. We can't really blame anyone for that crash. It happened too fast for all drivers there, especially for Magnussen and Carlos Sainz there. And same thing with Antonio Giovinazzi. He could not slow down in time. Just trying to hear when will the race like continue since it has been red flagged now. I think stewards are still. Hey guys, please like and sub to this channel. It would really be appreciated if you guys could do so. Real life F1 stats for you guys here. Max Verstappen looks really upset. Going out in the first lap at corner 2 right here. In this area right here. Fortunate for him. So we are on lap, it looks like lap 8, and we have 51 laps now remaining of this race, and on the 7th lap we got red flagged. Daniel Ricciardo now from P7 boost into P6. Alex Albon still in P4 and Lance Stroll still in P5. So we'll be having a restart of this race, a standing restart, since the race has been red flagged. Fortunate there for Kevin Magnussen. He was not his fault at all. So officials are now saying that they'll be having a standing start. So it's about 10 minutes waiting period till the race continues. So we'll just wait and see what happens. So this is like, I'm not checking the replay of Valtteri Bottas. We had point. So people are complaining it's Valtteri Bottas' fault, but you can't really blame him. Look, to be honest, I kind of understand what happened there, but Vulture's had rights of ways, so he could slow down the pack if he wants to. Some drivers are complaining now that was Bottas' fault from the beginning. Well, you can't really blame him. He had all the right to do that. Ugh. So race is still red flagged. Still a red flag. So about 10 minutes waiting period that we'll wait to see what happens. They're going to be cancelling the race or they're going to continue. Changing the brakes on Esteban Ocon's car there. Well, George Russell was complaining that he could smell smoke from Esteban's car there, the Renault. So they are now changing the brakes of that car. We are now on lap 9 and we have 51 laps still to go. 51 laps. The race is confirmed that they will be restarting the race. Got about, I think, 7 minutes left before the race restarts. speaking about Bottas' situation there, Bottas has all right to control the pack there, and you can't really blame Bottas for that until he crosses the line. Not only that, there's no overtaking until you cross that the racing line, until you cross it. So, to be honest, it was actually their own fault. It was actually their own fault, to be honest. They couldn't even overtake, so why increase your speed? But I also understand why they did that, because usually Hamilton, when the safety car comes out, Hamilton instantly increases his speed. You guys, please like and sub to this channel. We'll really appreciate it if you guys could do so. Esteban Ocon has retired from this race. He has now retired from the race. Looks like he wants to save his engine, or sure what it is. But yes, the Renault has now retired from this race. So that means we only have 14 drivers left. Sorry, 13 drivers left in this race when the race starts again. And we're going to have a grid start once again. And yes, a standing start. So just waiting for the race to continue. I think they're still cleaning up the track from that crash. One minute left, then the race will restart. So we have 51 laps now remaining of this race. We are on lap 9. So the race is underway now. We have continued on the race now. So I think they'll have a start. So yes, Esteban Ocon will retire from the race. We are down to 13 races left. So it looks like George Russell is still in the pits. Oh, where is George Russell? And the race has now started once again. The race has now started. We got Hamilton in first, Bottas in second, Charles Leclerc in third, Lance Stroll now in fourth. We got Daniel Ricciardo now in fifth. We got Alex Albon in seventh. Looks like Kimi Räikkönen's going from all the way from 10 to 11th. Oh, and he picks up to 10th place again. George Russell now in 11th place. Grosjean has still the fastest lap and he is in 12th. Vettel is in 13th. From 20 drivers, we are down to 13. Looks like Daniel Ricciardo now in 6th place. 2 racing points in 4th and 5th. 1 Ferrari in 3rd. Vettel in 13th, which is the other Ferrari there. Bottas saying the fastest in sector 1 there. It doesn't look like Bottas is going to give... it doesn't look like Hamilton's going to give Bottas this race at all. But two Mercedes still up in front. There's Charles Leclerc in 3rd in the Ferrari. Then we got Lance Stroll and Sergio Perez in 5th. And Hamilton now sets the fastest lap, 1 minute and 23 seconds in this race. So you see Bottas still in second there. What's happening with Bottas was from P1 now in P2. Charles Leclerc in P3. Alex Albon all the way from P4 to P7. Lando Norris in P8 trying to catch up to Alex Albon, just under a second behind him. So he definitely has DRS in the DRS zone there. Same thing with Kvyat and Kimi Räikkönen. Look, Hamilton setting again. Oh, Bottas now takes it in sector 1 there. Fastest lap in sector 1. We have 49 laps now remaining of this race. 49 laps. We are on lap 11. Bottas will not have DRS. Leclerc is 3 seconds behind Bottas. 3 seconds now behind Bottas. Will Lance Stroll catch up to Leclerc, to the Ferrari? Honestly hope like Leclerc can keep it there and get at least the podium for the anniversary, for the Ferrari anniversary. Bottas now setting the fastest lap there. 1 minute and 22 seconds. Leclerc should at least try to get far away as possible from the 2 racing points, which is Lance Stroll's and Sergio Perez. Fortunately for Sergio Perez, not going to be in Aston Martin next season. Ooh, and Hamilton sets the best in Sector 1 there. 30 seconds in Sector 1. Setting the fastest in Sector 2 as well. Will Hamilton take the best lap from Bottas now in this race? I feel like Vettel should at least get past Kimi Räikkönen there. That's in P11. And Hamilton sets the best lap now, 1 minute and 22 seconds. So it looks like to me Vettel has a puncher. Race control now saying, oh, DRS has been enabled on the race. DRS has now been enabled. So Leclerc should get far as possible away from Lance Stroll's, because if Lance Stroll is within a second in with him, he's definitely going to have DRS and catch up to him. Leclerc has to get podium for this race. Hey guys, please like and sub to this video. We'll really be appreciated if you guys could do so. We have 47 laps now remaining of this race. 47 laps. Hope Daniel Ricciardo can actually get past both of the racing points there. I was actually pretty happy last week when Daniel Ricciardo placed 4th in that race. And Pierre Gasly, well, winning the race last week there in the Italian Grand Prix. We're now on lap 14. We have 46 laps to go. 46 laps now to go. Hamilton still has the fastest lap there and is leading past Bottas. 1.6 seconds between them. And Leclerc is more than 5 seconds behind Bottas. Hey guys, can you please like and sub to this channel? We really appreciate it. And please give me a shout out. We'd also appreciate that very much if you guys could do so. So this Hamilton and Bottas are far away from the rest of the drivers. More than 6 seconds now. What is happening with Alex Albon? What is happening, honestly? Oh, thank you very much for subscribing. Really, really, thank you so much for doing so. What is happening with Vettel in this season? Honestly, he has not been performing in that Ferrari. Is Vettel like getting tired of Ferrari and just hoping that the season can end so he can move to Racing Point, which is now Aston Martin? Is he honestly just getting sick of Ferrari? Or is this Ferrari not worrying about him anymore? I feel like Lando Norris can at least try to get past Alex Albon there. He's about 2 seconds behind him. I feel like he could catch up to Alex Albon at least. None of the drivers now have DRS except for Lance Stroll and Daniel Ricciardo. They will be having DRS in this zone right here. We are now on lap 17 and we have 43 laps now to go. 43 laps of this race to go. Leclerc now saying we are going from plan A to plan B. Not sure what there is for Ferrari. Having some tricks up his sleeve there. He's going to try to boost the ERS system out of his car. We have 42 laps now left of this race and we are on lap 18. Alex Albon now complaining that he needs more power of his car, and engineer just responding to him, yes, they understand. Not sure what's going on with Red Bull. Verstappen also complaining in the beginning of the race before he crashed that he has no power as well in his car, but looks like his car was in recovery mode then the start of the race. He did get a bit past Hamilton there in P2, but then later started losing a lot of power where Toro Rosso, which is now AlphaTauri, went past him as well. The gap between Hamilton and Bottas is 1.5 seconds. Lance Stroll now going into P3. Daniel Ricciardo now in P4, just the place where I wanted Daniel Ricciardo to be. We got Leclerc in P5, the Ferrari. What happened there? What happened with Leclerc? What is going on with Leclerc? But I'm happy that Daniel Ricciardo is in P4. I feel like he should just try to get past Lance Stroll and try to get DRS into him, since this is the only DRS zone in the race. Guys, please like and sub to the channel. Would really be appreciated if you guys could do so. Look, I'm hoping that at least Daniel Ricciardo could get a podium or be in P4 so he can just score those points. Honestly. What is going on with Leclerc? Alex Albon now passed him, and Sergio Perez is now past him. He's in P7 all the way from P3 into P7. What is going on with Charles Leclerc in the Ferrari? What is going on there? What is going on with Ferrari this season? Hamilton now still has the fastest lap of this race. Still has the fastest lap. We have now 38 laps remaining of this race. 38 laps. Please like and sub to this channel. Would really be appreciated if you guys could do so. What is going on with the Ferrari? So it looks like Leclerc is in P13 and Vettel is in P10. What is going on with the Ferrari drivers and their cars? What is going on? Are they just like losing hope in Ferrari or what? We are now on lap 24. 24 now, and we have 36 laps now remaining. I just hope that Daniel Ricciardo can hold that position completely. His like and sub to his channel would really be appreciated if you guys could do so. I just hope that Daniel Ricciardo can at least get to P3. He's about 1 second behind Lance Stroll there. He has DRS. If he gets into the DRS zone, he will have DRS. I'm hoping that he could get into P3 and get a podium in this race. Hopefully Daniel Ricciardo could get past Lance Stroll there because he does have DRS in the zone. He definitely does have DRS. We have 34 laps now remaining of this race. 34 laps. Please like and sub to this channel. We'll really appreciate if you guys could do so. Thank you. Charles Leclerc now in 12th, passing Grosjean there, the horse driver. Vettel still in 10th, and George Russell in 9th. I just hope Lando Norris could try to get past Racing Point there, which is Sergio Perez. True, Thunder, that is true. I honestly do hope that. Wait a minute, what is happening here? What is happening here? We got Daniel Ricciardo. Oh, Daniel Ricciardo went into the pits and he is now in 8th position. He's now in 8th position there. He's about 5 seconds behind Kvyat. Look, that gives Daniel Ricciardo an advantage, so when everyone else goes in pits, he could catch up on that time that he lost now during the pits. Oh, Daniel Ricciardo is slowly catching up to Kvyat there in P7. Sergio Perez has pitted. He now leads him into P8. I think around P9 he's going to be in. P9, yes, it leads into P9. That puts George Russell now in P8, the eSport champion there. He's coming out now out of the pits. And Leclerc looks like he's going to be passing Sergio Perez. Yes, he is. That puts Leclerc in P9. Leclerc went. Oh, Vettel now also in the pit, same as Grosjean. We have 30 laps now remaining of this race, and we are on lap 30. So halfway through this race now, halfway through. Daniel Ricciardo now in P5. Does this mean that Alex Albon is close to going into the pits? Because if it is so, that means Hamilton can go pit, same as Bottas. Grosjean and Kimi Räikkönen has been lapped by Lewis Hamilton so far. Hamilton, I feel like should go pit now. He should honestly go pit. Lance Stroll's now. That puts Alex Albon in P3. Puts Alex Albon now in P3. That means that we could possibly get Daniel Ricciardo into P3 as well if Alex Albon has to go pit. Because Alex Albon has already pitted, so that if he could catch up to Alex Albon, that would be good. Close, they're far from each other. Alex Albon right here and Daniel Ricciardo right here. They're far away from each other at the moment. They're about more than 10 seconds, about 16, 15 seconds. Bottas now complaining. Oh, Bottas went to get pit. Let's say Bottas has a bit. That puts Bottas into P3. Hamilton should go pit now. This is Hamilton's chance to go and pit. Looks like Sergio Perez got the fastest lap in this race. Hamilton has pitted now. Hamilton is in the pits. You should get out of the pits fast enough there before Alex Albon now comes around the corner there. Oh, muscle, this is going to be close. This is honestly going to be close for Hamilton. He's coming out of the pits now. Oh, and Alex Albon has also pitted in this race. That means that could put Bottas back into second place. Daniel Ricciardo needs to catch up to him now. Yes, Daniel Ricciardo going to take P3. Yes, and Daniel Ricciardo takes P3. That is the team I was looking for. Daniel Ricciardo in P3 and Team Mercedes in P1 and in P2. That puts Alex Albon now in 5th and Lance Stroll's in 4th. Daniel Ricciardo should push it now. Honestly, he should hold that position. We have 26 laps now to go of this race. 26 laps, and we are now on lap 34. This is honestly exciting race, especially that Daniel Ricciardo is now in P3, and that honestly makes me happy. I feel like he deserves a podium in this race. Bottas setting out fastest lap, 1 minute and 21 seconds now. Please like and sub to the channel. Will really be appreciated if you guys could do so. Please like and sub to the channel. Will really be appreciated if you guys could do so. Look, I'm happy that Daniel Ricciardo is in P3. I feel like he deserves it since his last win back in 2018. I feel like, actually no win, but podium in 2018. I feel like he deserves this. As Bottas has set another fastest lap, 1 minute and 21.7 seconds. Please like and sub to the channel. Would really be appreciated if you guys could do so. Hamilton's personal best in Sector 1, or not personal best, but best in Sector 1 is 29, oh yeah, 29.7 in Sector 1. Both on Hamilton and Bottas, both on hard tires there. The rest are all on medium, except for Leclerc, George Russell and Vettel, and Kimi Räikkönen and Grosjean also on hard tires. Hamilton's tires are now 4 laps old of this race. Seems like Hamilton wants to push with these tires till the end of the race, and we have 23 laps now remaining, and we are on lap 37. actually happy that Daniel Ricciardo is in P3. I feel like he should just maintain his pace and keep that position so he gets a podium, honestly. He has worked hard for Renault and wants to at least win a podium for Renault. Well, it looks like Lance Stroll trying to catch up to Daniel Ricciardo there. He's about 2 seconds behind Daniel Ricciardo. Lance Stroll slowly catching up to Daniel Ricciardo there, especially on the straights. Slowly catching up to him now. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm a bit afraid, especially for Daniel Ricciardo now. The Lance Stroll slowly catching up to him, bit by bit. That cannot be good. I'm a bit afraid there, especially for... We got the 2 Ferraris in P10 and in P11. Look, Alex Albon now saying the fastest lap 1 minute and 21.756. Lance Stroll still slowly catching up to Daniel Ricciardo there. Slowly. Radio now coming on for Lewis Hamilton, telling him to not to go that much onto the curved area there. I'm trying to both for him and Bottas. They've signaled that for them now, especially onto the asphalt area, you know, where the red and white lines are. Lando Norris saying the best in sector 2 now. I'm happy that Daniel Ricciardo is in P3. We have now 19 laps remaining of this race, and we are on lap 41. Coming to the close to the end now of this race. Just want to say thank you to everyone watching this at the moment. Thank you very much. Really do appreciate it. Seems like we're having a bit of an issue here. Having a bit of an issue here with the track. No active session. Not pretty sure what's going on here. There we go, fixed it. Sorry about that. Staying off curbs is slower. We have now 17 laps of this race remaining. We are now on lap 43. Lap 43. Please like and sub to this channel, would really be appreciated. And thank you to those who are now watching. And please give me a shout out. Would really appreciate it if you guys could do so. Ooh, we got yellow flag there. We got a caution there. Not sure where it is. Not too sure. Oh, we got a safety car coming out here. But is it a virtual one? Or is this a virtual safety car? Or what safety car is this? Not too sure what safety car is now coming out. We got a safety car now coming out here. Bottas is now in the pits of this race. We have now 16 laps remaining and a safety car has came out once again. Not too sure what is going on. So it's... And it looks to me like Esteban Ocon and Lance. Yes, it looks like to me that Esteban Ocon and Grosjean and Kimi Räikkönen are out of this race. Safety car now coming out. We are down to 11 races left now. What is going on with today's race? Lance Stroll has now been out of this race completely. This is such a game changer. From 20 drivers, we are now left with 13. 7 drivers now out of this race. So we got once again the safety car coming out. Alex Albon has the fastest lap in this race and is now in P4. The race has been red flagged once again. Second time in this race today, the race has been red flagged. To me, this is the first time this ever happens. That happens twice. Thank you to those that have subscribed. Really, really do appreciate that. We are now once again in the safety car. Once again now the race has been red flagged for the second time today. Once again we are here. I'll be back. So I'm back now, and race is going to be starting once again. We have now 14 laps remaining of this race, and I am so happy that Daniel Ricciardo is now in P3. So that honestly excites me a lot. Hamilton on medium tires now at the moment. Kimi Räikkönen is under investigation. Not sure what yet. Oof, Kimi Räikkönen might be getting a penalty for pit lane closed. So unfortunately for him, he'll be getting that penalty. Last week was the same thing for Antonio Giovinazzi and Hamilton for pit lane closed. This is actually pretty tight now, to be honest. This is honestly pretty tight. So Kimi Räikkönen and Grosjean are allowed out at the moment because they have to catch up that one lap. Yo, what's up, GG Saints? What's up? This has been the longest race I've watched so far in F1 watching. 2 hours and 7 minutes so far. So long I've been watching. Please like and sub to the channel. Will really be appreciated if you guys could do so. Hamilton is so far first, GG Saints, and then we got Bottas, and I'm so happy that Daniel Ricciardo is now in P3. Honestly happy. So they're gonna start up with the starts again. They're gonna restart the race. We have 14 laps now remaining of this race. 14 laps now remaining. So this is the ending of the race. We have about 13 laps remaining. This lap doesn't really count. We have 13 laps remaining of this race. We've been 2 hours and 7 minutes now into this race. 2 hours and 9 minutes to be exact. This is honestly gonna be a tough race. This last 14 laps is gonna honestly be tough. We're on lap 46 now. They will be having a standing start now. Standing starts. This will start the race once again with 14 laps remaining. 14 laps. Everyone is now on fresh tires, so there will be no more pit stops. I predict no pit stops at all. And it's lights out, and away we go. And we got Hamilton in P1. And we can see Daniel Ricciardo now going into P2. Bottas in P3. Sergio Perez now in P4, going past Alex Albon. Alex Albon now in P5. Kvyat in P6. Lando Norris in P7. Kimi Räikkönen now in P9. And we see Alex Albon now in P5. Lando Norris in P6. Kvyat in P7, Kimi Räikkönen in P8, Alex Albon back into P4 there, still has the fastest lap, George Russell P12, Vettel in P11, Grosjean P10, and Leclerc in P9. So it's honestly, what, I hope Daniel Ricciardo could actually keep that pace. Honestly, I hope Daniel Ricciardo could keep that pace till the end of the race. We got 13 laps now remaining, and we are on lap 47. Nope, the race is not yet over. There's been, the race has been red flagged twice now. Hopefully we don't get another red flag or yellow flag in this race. I am so happy Daniel Ricciardo is in P2. Both him and Hamilton. He should keep that. Bottas is now 0.4 seconds behind Daniel Ricciardo. Alex Albon is now 0.8 seconds behind Bottas. Though that's how it's supposed to, that's what it's meant to be. Hamilton, and Sergio Perez got the best in section 3 there. We got Bottas winning in the best in sector 1 at the moment. This was honestly we got Daniel Ricciardo back into P3 there. Bottas has passed him. Still fine. Daniel Ricciardo is in the podium still. Just hope Alex Albon does not pass him. He's about 1 second behind Daniel Ricciardo. And he would be having DRS if DRS is enabled on this lap. Kimi Räikkönen will receive a 5-second penalty for same thing as Hamilton and Antonio Giovinazzi last week, where the pit lane was closed and they still entered. So Kimi Räikkönen will be getting that penalty for this race. And then Bottas setting the best lap there. Hamilton setting the best in sector 2. Bottas setting the best in sector 1, and Alex Albon setting the best in sector 3. This is honestly going to be tight, especially for Daniel Ricciardo, and him and Alex Albon are fighting for the third position there. Alex Albon just under second behind Daniel Ricciardo, 0.7. Bottas still has the fastest lap there. He should get away from him. Daniel Ricciardo should honestly get far as possible away from Daniel Ricciardo. From Alex Albon, sorry. If the DRS is enabled now, they will have... Yes, DRS has been enabled on this lap, and this is the only section where DRS will be able to use this long stretch right here. I'm honestly afraid that Alex Albon will be passing be passing Daniel Ricciardo, especially on that long stretch. We're now 2 hours and 15 minutes into this race. Alex Albon was not told that he will be catching up to him, and this is going to be close. Looks like Alex Albon slowly catching up to Daniel Ricciardo there. Oof, that was close. That was honestly close for Ricciardo there. I'm honestly afraid that Alex Albon passes Daniel Ricciardo, honestly. Charles Leclerc now in P9. Charles Leclerc is now in P9. I feel like Vettel should get past Grosjean to at least get those points for Ferrari. Please like and sub to the channel. Will really be appreciated if you guys could do so. And Alex Albon passes Daniel Ricciardo. Oh, we got 9 laps remaining. Can Daniel Ricciardo catch Alex Albon? That DRS zone really... Oh. Will Daniel Ricciardo have... Nope, Daniel Ricciardo will not have DRS on Alex Albon there. He will not be having DRS in that section there. Please like and sub. Will really be appreciated if you guys could do so. Hamilton now setting the best time there. 1 minute and 19 seconds. 1 minute and 19.6 seconds to be exact. Alex Albon should catch up to Alex Albon. It's about 1.7 seconds behind him. Dan Ricciardo should honestly catch up to him to get that P3 back. Looks like Alex Albon's getting slowly up to Bottas there. It looks to me that Alex Albon will be having DRS on Bottas. What is going on in this race? Alex Albon has DRS on Bottas now, and does this mean that Alex Albon can push to P2? I'm honestly now afraid. I don't think Daniel Ricciardo will be able to catch up to him. Alex Albon fighting to get out to Bottas to get that P2. Please like and sub. Will really be appreciated if you guys could do so. We have 6 laps now remaining on this race. We are on lap 54. Bottas now setting the fastest lap there, 1 minute and 19 seconds. I'm afraid. I'm honestly afraid that I might catch up to Bottas. Hope Daniel Ricciardo can regain that P3 from Alex Albon. I feel like Daniel Ricciardo, it deserves a podium. We have 5 laps now remaining of this race. 5 laps. We have 5 laps still remaining. We are on lap 55 now. Please like and sub to the channel. Will really be appreciated if you guys could do so. Thank you. We have 4 laps now remaining of this race. 4 laps. Honestly hope Daniel Ricciardo could catch up to Alex Albon. Both Ferraris, both will be scoring points in this race if they hold their positions. We have 4 laps now remaining. We have 3 laps now remaining. Daniel Ricciardo should try to pick up pace to catch up to Alex Albon. Daniel Ricciardo has won driver of the day so far. Honestly hope that Daniel Ricciardo can catch up to Alex Albon. We have now 2 laps remaining of this race. 2 laps now remaining. Hope Daniel Ricciardo could get him. Bottas now has the fastest lap. We now have 1 lap now remaining of this race. 1 lap. Lewis Hamilton taking it. The first lap again, 1 minute and 18 seconds. Two minutes and 28 seconds now. And Hamilton takes it.